There's like a lot of differences. Like I knew it was gonna be different when we like started playing, but like it's like way different. I mean, it's so spread out. It's super fast. Like it's 12 seconds on the shot clock. So like you gotta go, you know? And yeah, like I said, it's spread out. So you want to shoot threes more than twos. It's like they're worth double. One thing I thought was like different is like if you're beat, like just like let them go, you know, because that just like doesn't play into your hands on offense. So I don't know, it might sound weird.
You're not taking charges and stuff.
No, it's like it was kind of funny. They're like, don't be in gap, don't help, which I'm like, that's perfect. I'm never gonna help anyway. So it's like it's okay.
She's like, I never helped.
It's okay. No, but it's really tiring too. But it's fun.
All right, welcome to Let It Fly show. Of course, Let It Fly Sports Bar opening up in the Capital District. The day of the college baseball championship tournament starting. I am Michael Severe. I am joined, of course, by my partner, Josh Jones, former Central Eagle. We just went on a college tour there with them just the other night. And also, of course, Creighton Blue Jay. How you doing, man? It's been a while.
I'm back, man.
You're back.
I'm back, man. I had to do the Nebraska Grades Foundation.
Good foundation, man.
Spoke on behalf of Coach Altman. I told us, see, the thing, you know, a lot of people got attention getters and all those type of things that they say to kind of get the crowd to lighten their mood. You know, that's not me.
Yeah.
I just keep it real, and if it's funny, it's funny.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so.
And your story is impact. I told my wife didn't know your story. Yeah. And I was telling her about the Nebraska Grades Foundation and your story, and she's like, "Oh my God."
Yeah.
I said, "Yeah." I mean, when it happened,
it was crazy.
It was scary for a lot of people.
No,
scarier for him than it was for most of us.
Honestly, that is what got me to embrace our state so much because I had so much love and attention that they enlisted me in the hospital, but like I cared more about the whole state outside of just Central High School and all, because just the outpour. So I'm grateful for Nebraska. I'm a J-sker. Yeah. That's part of the reason why, man. You know?
Again, remind you, look for a lot of specials that are becoming for the Let It Fly Sports Bar, including very soon on the website. You pay $100 and you get a $125 gift certificate. So you get $25 of bonus cash to enjoy the wonderful food there, the great drinks that are going to be there. It is June 16th. That is the big opening day. We'll, of course, be there a couple days before for like a soft grand opening to see how that's going.
We got to break it in, right?
Yeah, we'll break it in to see how everything's going. But again, on June 16th, it will open. We start the College World Series baseball tournament, and then, of course, we'll also be there as well. But remember to keep checking the website. It is letitflysportsbar.com. Just go there, and you will see as they start putting the specials up, and we want you to be able to save your money.
Yeah.
Enjoy the sports bar, but always save your money as well. So we got a lot to get to today.
Yeah.
Now, I remember distinctly two things. When Seedless Grapes came out,
great.
And when the 3-on-3 tournaments first started,
for sure,
I remember
Hoop It Up,
the Hoop It Up stuff. So there was this is like early '80s. There was this area around the Superdome. It was just concrete.
Right.
And every year they would bring these basketball hoops out. And they'd have like 15 basketball hoops. Man. And they'd be playing 3-on-3. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. I never thought it would become an Olympic sport.
Oh, man, my God.
I never thought that. Yeah. And we have 4 young women from Creighton. They're all juniors, and they're going to be heading to Colorado Springs for the 3-on-3, the Nationals, which is amazing. And so we'll chat with all of them coming up.
Yeah, no, for sure.
You played 3-on-3, right?
I did. Okay. Yeah, I played it was Hoop It Up when I played.
Yeah.
And it was 146 courts.
Holy moly.
At the CHI Health in the parking lot.
Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember when they did that, yeah.
First, it was in Exarban. If you're not from Omaha, Exarban is an area. Our UNO play in that area.
Baxter Arena. Yeah.
But, it went from there, went down to CHI. I played in it 4th through maybe 7th grade. No, I say 8th grade. Yeah. But it was fun, man, and then it went away. Yeah. You know, I feel like the culture changed. People start going inside. It was cool, though.
We're going to talk to these young women. Lauren Jensen, Morgan Maly, Maly Mogensen, and Emma Ronsiek.
So the top 4 players for the Lady Jays.
Yeah, top 4 scorers and top 4 rebounders.
There you go.
We'll chat with them about going out there and just the differences of playing full court 5-on-5 opposed to playing 3-on-3.
Yeah,
so we'll get into that as well.
It's like it's a scheme to 3v3. Wow, yeah. It's a scheme to it. It's not traditional basketball. Play it out the net. All types of cool different rules. So
it's nice to have. Yeah, it'd be great for everybody to be able to shoot. Right, that's wonderful.
Right.
But it's also nice to be able to have somebody who can board board for you, right? Kick back out to those 3-point shooters and
exactly.
some machine.
Yeah, so you get it.
You got to be a machine.
Yeah, you get it.
Hey, trust me. You know the 3 dudes that would always win those things.
No doubt.
They all look the same.
Yeah, right.
They had a certain look.
Exactly.
And their shots were very wet. Let me just say that.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah, go ahead.
You went to that spring game. I didn't get a chance to go,
I did. I went to the spring game.
Yeah, how was that?
Well, first of all, it was a game.
Yeah.
It wasn't tagging off. It wasn't two-hand touch. It was an actual tackle football game, which was fun.
Yeah.
All of the stuff surrounding Frank Solich was amazing.
Yeah. Wow.
Before the game, at the beginning of the game, so they hand the ball off to the fullback, Janarian Bonner, and he goes for like 7 yards. And then all of a sudden you see Coach Rule run over and take the ball. And you're like, oh, that's kind of cool. And you see him head to the sideline. You're like, oh, he's going to give this ball to Frank Solich. And he does. And you know, they kind of talk a little bit.
So let me ask you this, man.
Mm-hmm.
So Frank Solich was fired when he actually was winning.
He was fired in 2003 after winning 9 games.
Yeah. So with that being said, what was the what's the beef? It
was really simple at the time, and we can have revisionist history about how this happened.
Yeah,
you can look at what Frank's. I think he was like 59 and 13 or 59 and 17.
Oh, wow.
He had a really good record, right?
Yeah.
But you can honestly, the recruiting had dropped off.
Yeah.
In 2002, they go 7-7.
Oh, wow.
For Nebraska, that's horrible. They go on a Shreveport. They lose to Ole Miss and Eli Manning.
Yeah.
And that was bad. And then they changed out the coaching staff. He gave all the new coaches they brought in, including Bo Pelini, defensive coordinator, 2-year deals.
Yep.
And 2003 was a good year.
Yeah.
But the 3 games they lost, they got beat badly. Kansas State kicked their butts.
Okay.
Texas beat them up. So the games they did lose, they lost badly.
Right.
So there were a lot of people saying, I don't think that Frank can have the program going in the right direction, along with having a new AD.
Yeah.
Steve Peterson was here. Steve Peterson wanted to do it his own way.
Right.
Which we turned out was the wrong way.
The wrong way.
And he had somebody specific that he was going to hire.
Right.
He was going to fire Frank, and he had some specific.
Okay.
It fell apart.
Yeah.
So then we had a 50-day coaching search.
Wow.
And in 2003 into 2004,
you're
talking about a long search.
50 days.
All these names, and 50 feels like 1,000.
Yeah.
They had all these names, and you heard about Houston Nutt not wanting to get on the plane.
Yeah.
And maybe it was Dave Wannstedt, who instead of he was in the NFL. He was going to go back to college. It was all these names.
Yeah.
And you kept hearing them, and people kept getting raises because their name kept coming up for the Nebraska search. And then finally, it's Bill Callahan.
Right.
And Bill Callahan, 2 years before that, had been in the Super Bowl. And so, I mean, we all know the story, but as much as I like Frank, and I think Frank is a huge part of what Nebraska is all about. Was it the right
decision?
I don't think it was a bad decision.
Okay, I feel it.
The only thing I would have said is it would have been great if you'd have given him 04.
Yeah.
Because they had the 2-year deals for the assistants.
Yeah.
They had a better recruiting class.
Yeah.
And it'd been nice to see what happened in 04. Now, maybe they don't win in 04. Maybe I've had people tell me they would have gone 5 and 6 in 04.
But then you can let them go.
Then it's easier to let them go. Easier to let them go than after a 9-3 year. But so it was a good day of football. Weather was okay.
Right.
It was a little chilly, windy, but Nebraska.
Yeah.
Jeff Sims, the transfer from Georgia Tech, looked good. I've said since the beginning, I think he's the starter.
Yeah.
I understand what Casey Thompson did last year. I get it. I completely understand. But when you get a new staff, and you've been a part of a new staff.
I know.
You get a new staff in, and they bring their guy in, and that is Satterfield's guy. That's the offensive coordinator's guy. And then you give him all spring to be number one because your other quarterback is out. Minnesota, I think the starter is going to be Jeff Sims. I think if he doesn't get hurt, I think he's started all season.
Yeah, and when I was at the Nebraska Greats Foundation banquet, I was talking to some of the Huskers, ran into Eric Crouch, ran into Johnny the Jet. We had them on.
Sure.
It was so consistent with the Husker ex-players. They don't drink the Kool-Aid. We want to win.
Yeah, you want to win. Yeah.
I will say this, though. Everybody did give me that vibe that Coach Rule is at least doing everything right. It's kind of like if you're going to date let's use Nebraska football as an analogy of a girlfriend or a girl you're courting. If you're going to date a girl, you're taking her out right, you're opening doors, you're doing. He's doing the right thing.
He's doing everything right.
To take that next step.
To eventually propose marriage.
Yeah, but are you going to marry her?
I don't know. That's just it. We'll know. Ask me after Minnesota.
There you go.
And I'll know.
I feel you.
Because of Jeff Sims and the way he played, I think Richard Torres, who I think is going to be a good quarterback someplace,
so.
He's entered the portal.
Yeah.
Which is not a surprise that Logan Smothers entered the portal.
Right.
So that leaves you with Heinrich Harburg. That leaves you with Brock Purdy, who played a little bit out there. Yep. And then, of course, Jeff Sims and then Casey Thompson. So you also have 4 quarterbacks that you can kind of pick from. I think it'll be a wide-open contest in the fall.
Casey Thompson will enter the portal, basically.
I don't think so. Well, he could. He obviously was at Texas. Yeah. He's now graduated. He's got multiple degrees now.
Yeah.
So he could if he wanted to and go someplace else.
Yeah, but why?
I think you stay, even if you don't win the job, because the chances of you playing are, I'd say, 60%.
Yeah.
When's the last time a quarterback in Division I, in the Big Ten, has gone all the way through a season without getting hurt? It doesn't happen.
No.
Guys get banged up.
You're right about that.
And so
And a lot of it is in practice, not even a game.
You get hurt in practice, you get banged up, you just can't go. And so if I'm Casey Thompson, I'm staying.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what's going on there. Some other changes. All your running backs are still here. You got surprise people.
Right.
With the portal opening, A.J. Allen, right? Anthony Grant, who both played in the game. Gabe Ervin, who's coming off that big injury.
Yeah.
And Ramir Johnson. All 4 of those guys, nobody, as of we're taping this on Thursday, none of them have gone in the portal.
Wow.
So if you can keep those 4 guys, Ramir Johnson, who's kind of a third down back, I think.
Yeah.
A.J. Allen and Gabe Ervin, kind of a 1-2 punch. One guy's a bigger back, one's a smaller back. And then you have Anthony Grant in the middle, who's kind of the veteran. He's got all the experience. But if you can keep all 3 of those, you're doing pretty good.
I'm a vibe guy, though. Mm-hmm. It's like, what about the eye test? What about the feeling of the building? Did it look different? Did it feel different? Was the energy different?
Well, I think that with all of those, so you have so many offensive linemen playing in the game, and you had a bunch of freshmen playing in the game. Matter of fact, for one of the teams, you had the 2 tackles were both freshmen.
Yep.
You had 2 guys who literally could be in high school still, who left early to start, right?
Yep.
So it's not going to look great. The real issue was the fumbles.
Yep.
You got 8 fumbles. Legitimately, it was only 7. One would have been reviewed. It was a pass. They called it a fumble. So really, they lost 5, but I'll break them down. So A.J. Allen, good hit they punched the ball out. He lost it. He shouldn't have lost it, but it was good defensive play.
Right.
Gabe Ervin, same thing. Gets hit, ball's knocked out. Good defensive play. You still got a hole in the ball. And then Ty Hahn, wide receiver, catches the ball in open field.
Yeah.
Gay Stinger comes over, hits him.
Right.
Ball comes out.
Yeah.
So those are 3 defensive plays.
Right.
Now the other 3 are trying to mesh point. The ball hits the fullback.
Dang.
Snap from the center, and then a handoff that's a fumble.
Yeah.
So those 3, that's just that can't happen.
Yeah.
That's repetition. That's practice.
Right.
Now I will say this. You're playing with all these different people. You got 3 or 4 different centers.
Right.
You got 3 or 4 different running backs, different quarterbacks. So things are going to happen.
Okay.
That's stuff you got to work on. The other thing is the wide receiver position.
Yeah.
You really don't have
that's huge for us, bro.
At this point a real deep threat. At least we haven't seen it.
Yeah.
And then Victor Jones enters the portal. Sean Hardy enters the portal. Neither one of those guys played last year. So it looks like to me that these freshmen that are coming in this summer, some of them are going to have to contribute. Because I have down on my list, so if you're talking about wide receivers, I think you got Billy Kemp, who looked good. He's a transfer right out of Virginia. Marcus Washington was here last year.
Yeah.
Xavier Betts, if the grades are good.
I know, man.
Right? Garcia Castaneda, who also came back.
Yeah.
And then maybe Ty Hahn or one of those freshmen that are coming in this summer are your guys. So you got to get a deep threat. They didn't have one in the game.
So are the Huskers essentially like the style of offense from what you've seen in the spring game?
They're going to run the ball.
They're going to run the ball a lot.
They're going to run the ball. They call it a glance route, but it's a quick slant. So the idea is you mesh point, stand up. There's no steps involved, and it's just boom, you're hitting the quick slant. They call it a glance.
Yep.
That's what they are. That's what they're going to be. Something's going to come off of that. I'm sure there's going to be an RPO involving a quarterback coming off all that. What I saw, and again, this is very vanilla for the most part.
For sure.
From what I saw, Jeff Sims looked pretty good.
Okay.
They've got to be able to go deep.
Yeah.
And I don't know and maybe Betts is the guy eventually.
Yeah,
he got hurt. He got hurt in the game. He had a concussion.
Yeah, I know. I heard about that.
James Carney out of Norris, high school guy, came out of the high school that 2 classes ago. Tight end. He's in the portal.
Yep.
Braxton Clark, who's had all kinds of injuries here. He's a cornerback. Liked the kid. Always liked him. Long cornerback. But he enters the portal because I'm sure he looked and went, there's a lot of bodies.
I know.
Stephen Wynn, who transferred from Alabama, is now looking for another place to go. He's another guy that probably looked at everybody in front of him and went, I'm not going to play. But Raquan Buckley played well in the game. Some of the young guys played well. Cam Leonard, Brody Tagaloa, and Princewell Umenyelen. Those guys are all freshmen, and they all played well. So I'm sure Stephen Wynn went, if these guys are playing ahead of me, I may want to go. So he's leaving.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of guys that looked good.
Over-under on how many wins this year?
Well, I think if I was going to guess, I think Vegas comes out with 5.5 or 6. Last year was 7, which was a lot.
Yeah.
I think they come out with 5.5 or 6 because the schedule's not easy.
For sure.
If you get out for the win and beat Minnesota to start, it's a big if. Colorado looks like they're not going to be good this year.
Not going to be good. Yeah, right. Rebuilding.
That also gives you Louisiana Tech.
Yeah, right.
So if you could somehow get off to 4-0 start. Now, it's been a long time since Nebraska did that. And I say that all the time. The last time was 2016.
Yeah.
They got off to a 7-0 start and was leading Wisconsin at Wisconsin.
Right.
I don't know if that's something they'll be able to do. But if I was going to guess, I would say 6. I would say 6.
I was saying 7.
6 is safe, I think.
Yeah, 6 is safe. I agree. I agree.
A couple other guys that looked really good. MJ Sherman, the transfer from Georgia, was flying all over the place. This is a big yoke kid. I mentioned Jerry Bonner, who played fullback, H-back, and tight end.
Right.
This is a guy who was a wide receiver who they moved over, looked really good.
Yep.
Gage Stinger, dual sport athlete at Millard South.
Yep.
2 years now in the program. That kid he had an interception in the game. He forced a fumble from Ty Hahn.
Yep.
He had a couple other tackles. He looked great. So I think that kid's going to play and have a good time with it. Eric Gilbert dropped a couple of passes. The big tight end from LSU and Georgia didn't look great. Fumbles we mentioned. I think overall, though, it's what you have in the first spring game. It's not going to look beautiful.
Yeah, right.
But with all the Frank Sword stuff, it'll be memorable.
No doubt.
It was memorable.
Yeah,
so,
So like you said, and like we just talking about, coaches doing all the right things, going in the right direction. Yeah, so I respect that.
Even after the game ended,
I wish I was there, man, down.
Immediately when the game ended, he told all the players, hey, I need you to go around the whole stadium and dap everybody up.
I've never seen that.
He said, thank all of these people from coming out.
Right.
And that's what they did. They all went around the stadium and shook hands.
Yeah.
Let's switch over to basketball. I'm going to get your take. Hunter Salas decides to go to Winston-Salem and Wake Forest. Creighton was talked about. He visited Nebraska last weekend for the spring game. What do you think about him going to Wake?
I think it's dope. I mean, obviously, at the end of the day, a player is going to do what they think is best for them.
Yeah.
For me, I know they got the new point guard that they got. I think he's in a situation where he's going to get an open. It's not. I mean, anywhere he goes, he was going to get an equal opportunity because he's just that talented. But I think he's going to get an open opportunity to play in a conference where it's literally something that they can build on. They weren't good as a program last year.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm not even going to. I can't go as far as thinking about like with who's coming in like. Where they're going to be or how impactful they'll be. But for him personally, I think it's open opportunity for him to get back on the radar, play his game,
Yeah, just nothing else. He's an elite defender.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's a good school to go to.
He's an elite defender.
The biggest thing is, like, as I say that, it's hard not to have a conversation of everybody instinct to think like, wow, Creighton in Nebraska can't land one of his own.
Listen, man.
You feel me?
Let me tell you something, okay? Remember David Horn?
Yep.
Remember David?
I remember David Horn. Central. Come on, man.
David's mother was office mates with my wife.
Yeah. Okay.
At the hospital.
Okay.
And David was choosing. Go to Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Or I stay home.
Yep.
Sometimes it's good to just get away.
Yeah.
All the distractions of here in Omaha, or in Lincoln. Sometimes you just got to get away. And I think a big part of it was simply. They didn't want him back here in Nebraska.
Yeah.
They didn't want all the distractions that are here in Nebraska.
Right.
So he goes off to North Carolina. It's not a bad thing. I always said I thought if David Horn would have gone to Notre Dame, he would have been a completely different life.
Right.
But you come back, you go to Lincoln, and then you're back every weekend in Omaha hanging out with your boys. It's not good for you sometimes.
No,
you had a girlfriend, she got pregnant, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Get away.
Yeah, I feel
sometimes you got to get away.
Yeah, and I think that's what the decision was really based off of.
Yeah.
I mean, Coach Mack, obviously, great guy, great coach.
Yeah.
Coach Hoiberg, great guy. I think he's a great coach despite of his record.
Yeah, doing his best.
I think he's still trying to build. But all in all, I think he's a great coach. I mean, he was a pro coach.
Sure.
I just feel like it wasn't. I don't think it was anything to do. Maybe a little more with Creighton. The dynamics of that was kind of
I think the Creighton thing was, if I came here,
sticky.
where am I going to play?
Yeah, that's sticky.
How much I'm going to play.
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, the way that I kind of seen it for Creighton, it was like there's an analogy of like in order to be the champ, you got to beat the champ. So unless like Hunter can like head and shoulders just outplay guys that went to the Elite Eight last year, he probably would have came off the bench or something like that.
And with Stephen Ashworth coming in.
Yeah, right.
Who's probably going to play a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
And he'll probably split some time with Alexander playing some point too.
I can only see Alexander going to the 1, Hunter coming in at the 2. But like the dynamics of that. Like I think would have played a lot. You know, at Nebraska they played more guys, which was crazy.
They do.
They played a lot of guys. You know, but Wake, you know, their bench was very short. And I think
they had a young point guard who didn't have a great year last year.
Yeah, for sure.
So you have a chance to be a part of that.
Yeah.
But
no, it's good for him.
I mentioned Ashworth. We talked to him last week via Zoom.
Yep.
They also brought in a kid named Sterling Knox who was playing in prep school.
6'6".
Yeah, prep school, Red Rock Academy. He was a McDonald's All-American, so you got that coming in. He was a 3-star guy.
Yeah.
You mentioned 6'6" wing. He's coming in as well.
I think the point guard replacement for Nembhard, people got to get out their mind. Like the comparison.
People all they want to know is why he left. That's all people care about.
You want to know? I'll tell you.
How much money he's going to get. How much money he's That's all they care about. I'm like, forget about that.
No,
he's gone.
He bounced.
He's going to find something else. He went out and got this Ashworth
only
kid.
Thing that was a little shocking to me and like news to me was like Gonzaga over Arizona.
Right.
That was the only news. Other than that, though.
He picked Gonzaga, from what I understand, because he believes they can get him to the NBA.
For sure.
He feels that they're going to make him.
They got his brother there.
They
his
believe
brother's
that.
a starter.
That's what they believe.
You
know? So as a rookie, he made more minutes than the other rookie.
Yeah.
So,
for sure.
We'll take a break. We come back. We're going to talk about 3v3, the 3-on-3 tournament that's happening in Colorado Springs. 4 young ladies from Creighton, the 4 best players.
The best, you got to put
4
some
best
respect
scorers,
on that, bro.
4 best rebounders. We'll chat with them next on Let It Fly Show. All right, welcome back to Let It Fly Show. We are joined by 4 young ladies from the Creighton basketball team that are headed out to Colorado Springs next weekend. They're going to do some 3-on-3. It is the 2023 USA Basketball Nationals, and we have Lauren Jensen.
Yep.
And we have Maly Mogensen. Is that close? Emma Ronsiek and Maly, whose name I said wrong, and I will never forgive myself for it last time.
His bad.
How you guys doing?
Good. Awesome. How are you guys?
So just start off with, why'd you decide to do this? I mean, obviously you play 5-on-5, you play at the college level. Why'd you decide to be a part of this? Go first.
I don't really know. We kind of just finished a team workout, and then Flane came up to us. He didn't really give us a ton of information to go on.
Really?
Yeah, no. We didn't know for the first 2 weeks what actually was going on. We just knew that we were invited.
Uh-huh.
And then we kind of just talked about it. It took us 5 minutes to convince us that we were going to do it.
Yeah, the chemistry is there for sure.
Yeah. So we kind of knew right when he said that we were invited that we were going to do it. And then it took him 2 weeks to actually fill us in on what was actually going on.
Oh, okay. That sounds like
So
Flan. Sorry, coach. Sorry, coach.
But yeah, we're really excited.
Yeah. So tell me this. Growing up, did you guys ever play 3-on-3 growing up in tournaments and like that? Do you still got that 3-on-3 backyard mindset? Or are you going in this man, this is elite, high level? What's your mindset going down to Colorado?
Yeah, I definitely remember playing 3-on-3 when we were younger, and it was my favorite thing ever. But I think this is just so different because it's so fast. And, it is elite. So I think I'm excited to just get out there and play 3-on-3.
Go hoop, huh?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I feel you.
Let's go to Morgan real quick. How are you preparing? Are you guys watching tapes of people playing? Are you practicing it? How are you preparing for it?
I haven't watched any clips. I can't speak for them. But Flane had a contact for us, a guy that coaches national teams and plays a little bit. And so they came in and gave us pointers, and we ended up playing them. They're 3 old guys.
Right. Yeah, that's it.
I know how you feel about that.
I told you. Yeah.
No, they're awesome.
That's who wins these things. That's who wins these things.
Yeah, for sure.
But that was really beneficial, and we wrote a lot down, and I hope that carries over to when we go next weekend.
Yeah.
What's the biggest difference, Lauren? What have you learned that's the biggest difference between 5-on-5, full court, opposed to 3-on-3?
There's a lot of differences. I knew it was gonna be different when we started playing, but it's way different.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so spread out. It's super fast. It's 12 seconds on the shot clock. So you gotta go, you know? And yeah, like I said, it's spread out. So you want to shoot 3s more than 2s. It's they're worth double. One thing I thought was different is if you're beat, just let them go,
right?
Because that just doesn't play into your hands on offense. So I don't know. It might
So you're
sound
not taking
weird.
charges and stuff.
Yeah.
No. It's it was kind of funny. They're don't be in gap, don't help. Which I'm that's perfect. I'm never gonna help anyway. So I was it's okay. It's okay.
She's I never helped
Yeah,
in the real
it's okay. No, but it's really tiring too.
Yeah,
but it's fun
for sure. So do you go to how early do you guys got to get down there before the games? And what's that weekend? What's that process like? How many games in a day? Do you guys know any of that information?
Did they give you any information?
Yeah.
Do you know any of that before I answer?
Last year was like a pool play, so like I think 12 teams last year, and
Word.
either 12 or 16 this year, but a pool play and then tournament.
Okay.
So
All right.
like,
So you win your pool,
yeah.
and then you go on and you play.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So it's like soccer,
Yeah.
like the World Cup.
Exactly.
Good enough.
You're a big World Cup fan?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
literally.
At the end of the day, I know the basis is just 3v3 basketball, so I can respect that. Have you how do you prepare? Like, what's it? I mean, I know you do your general workouts with your team, but like after that, do you four get together and like, hey, we're gonna go get another four from our actual team and kind of like, simulate like if we're playing a real game, like we going down there to win, right? So like and with the seriousness in preparation, like what type of things are you ladies doing?
Yeah, I mean, we've definitely talked about getting our teammates in and playing against us, but those guys that Flan set us up with really helped us out the first time, and I think we're going to text them this weekend and try and get in the gym with them.
Good.
But also, it's a lot just like solo preparation, too, just like getting in, shooting on your own, doing that stuff, because 3-on-3 is super, super different than 5-on-5.
Yeah.
So a lot of it's just like the solo preparation and then making sure that you're in shape because it is super fast-paced.
Yeah. Is there a prize involved? Is there a cash prize involved in this?
I don't think so.
Man, they should,
but we
bro.
don't know.
Yeah, right.
I mean, even with NIL, they still are amateurs.
Yeah,
so like, you have to
right.
worry about that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Who's the best one-on-one player among you four?
Oh, good question. Hey, keep it real. Come on, it's all right. And listen,
Like you need a bucket.
If we need a bucket.
Who's getting the bucket?
We
Like
in
one-on-one.
3v3. Who we gonna get the ball to?
I have my vote.
I do too.
Just 5-on-5 translation.
Yeah.
Lauren is
Okay.
getting the bucket.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, are we talking
Wait, are we
5-on-5 or
doing
3-on-3?
I'm talking about 3-on-3.
Yeah.
3-on-3?
Yeah, who you think's going to be the one-on-one person if you need to get a bucket?
Morgan, for sure.
Yeah, probably Morgan.
Quick trigger
Yeah.
in the post. Yeah. for
All
sure,
right.
Morgan.
Step back undefeated.
Yeah. What about teams? I mean, like I know that I kind of read that there'll be like other schools going to compete in it. Like who are some of the familiar faces like not in the Big East Conference that you kind of watch just on the ticker when you ladies are not playing that you're like, oh, okay, she's playing in this. This is going to be – can't wait. Like is there anybody in particular, any school, Duke or any of those type of –
LSU.
Yeah.
Louisville.
Indiana is going.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, our old assistant coach, she coaches at Indiana now,
Oh,
so that's
man.
kind of fun.
Y'all got to win.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah. Yeah. And Indiana's obviously good. Duke, Tennessee. There's also, I know you said outside Big East, but there's 3 other Big East teams, and so
Right.
it'll be fun
Yeah,
to see
that's
them.
going to be fun.
Yeah, but it's a good slate, so I'm excited.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you transferred from Iowa, right?
Yes, I did.
What's
Why'd
the
you pick
biggest thing?
Creighton?
Yeah, I'm about
'Cause
to
you're
say.
Minnesota, right? Is where you're
Yeah.
from.
Yep.
Why'd you pick Creighton?
Honestly, I was recruited by them out of high school, and I had a good relationship. I knew I wanted to stay in the Midwest and everything, and just like kind of give in like the things that I wanted, and like my priorities kind of at the top of the list. Like Creighton just fit that, and it ended up being a great decision. So
Nice.
glad
Yeah.
I did it.
Yeah, so let's talk 5-on-5 for a second. How do you ladies feel about last year? To me, it kind of felt like you were really good on the road and you were really decent at home, right? Like let's kind of talk about that. Like,
Well, remember Morgan talked about the pressure of following up the Elite 8 year. Like she
Oh,
knew that
man.
there was a lot of pressure to follow.
yeah, do
it up.
you ladies feel like that too? Like, was it a cloud over that? Like, you felt like, man, like we got to get back to that game.
least there.
Like,
Yeah, I think that hung over our heads for a little bit, but
Yeah.
at the same time, you kind of have to like move on from that. The Elite 8 run was crazy, and
It
it
was
was
fun.
really fun for
Yeah,
everyone,
for sure.
even fans involved. But we knew that we could do it again, and we
Yeah.
kind of just fell short this year, which was a bummer. But sometimes that happens in sports. You win some,
Yeah.
you lose some. But we definitely have all the pieces that we need to get back
No, you
there,
do.
especially next year.
Yeah.
So we're just excited to get going.
Okay. Yeah, we talked about, we covered you guys a lot on our show like during the last season, and I think the greatest thing that we seen about it was just the camaraderie, like how close you girls are, and like how well coached you are with Coach Flan. I think just in a complimentary way that like despite of like you not doing well at home versus away, we always talked about, we felt like just the chemistry is there, so we think you'll be right back personally, you know.
No doubt.
So maybe this 3-on-3 help build that I'm gonna give him a nickname. Yeah. Let's call him you're the Fantastic Four now.
Do you have a team? Do you have a team name? No team name? You got to pick something like catchy, like plays with words.
Yeah, or is it just representing Creighton, or how does that even work?
I think we're called Team Creighton.
Really? Like 3J or something like that. Ooh. Like 3J. Yeah.
No, she ain't feeling it.
You don't like 3J?
It's all good.
I like the idea behind it.
It was my first try.
Yeah.
So start off with you. We're going to go around. Did you play multiple sports in high school?
Not in high school.
You pretty much just played basketball.
I did.
You're the only one that did that.
You a real hooper.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm basketball through and through.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when I was younger, I played like soccer.
Yeah.
Lacrosse.
That was your parents, though.
Yeah, honestly,
not
I know.
you.
I don't know if it's like, well, it's not big in Nebraska, but like in Minnesota, it's a thing.
Word.
No, lacrosse is coming up now.
Yeah.
They're starting to play a lot more locally. Yeah. There's a
yeah.
team out in Sarpy County that's really good.
Oh, really? Yeah, I
Latest
didn't know
team.
that.
Yeah.
No, it's a fun sport though. A lot of my friends play. But anyways, I played that when I was in like middle school. But once I got to high school, it was like conflicted with AAU, so I was like, basketball.
So before we transition, who was your inspiration, like athletically, growing up?
That's a good question. Honestly, like when I think of like professionally, like being from Minnesota and like the Lynx, I'd go to Lynx games and just like having that positive like influence in like female athletes. Like Maya Moore was always like,
she was a hooper.
Yeah. And like the Lynx were super good. You know, they won a bunch of championships like when I was growing up, and so just to like have that, and like Simone Augustus, Lindsay Whalen. And, like,
we practiced with Simone Augustus.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
she's so
she
tough.
was incredible.
Yeah, she's tough.
I argued on our radio show. One of the biggest fights I ever had with my old partner on the radio was I feel she could be the 10th player on the men's team.
Ooh.
I really thought she could.
I'm not even dissing
dude,
that. Yeah.
she tough.
For sure.
Could shoot, could handle with anybody, and would D you up. I always thought that she could play, but whatever.
Yeah.
Played softball, right?
I did.
Yeah. Were you a better softball player than a better basketball
Why
player?
should say yeah?
No.
Yeah, but you were all state though, right? Or at least you were pretty good, yeah?
No,
you weren't?
State.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
I did enjoy it though.
It's all right. You're a D1. You're a D1 basketball player. It's all
I'm a
good.
basketball
What position
player.
did you play in softball?
Third.
See, you were the best player on the field.
No.
Third baseman is the base woman is the best player on the field.
Our high school team was really good.
Was it?
You're a humble person.
Okay.
It's all right. You're a humble person.
And then
wait, biggest inspiration.
I grew up in Minnesota too, so
Yeah.
I was a big Lindsay Whalen, Maya Moore, Rachel Banham, who actually went to her high school.
Yeah.
And went to the U.
So y'all played against each other in high school?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
What's the record? All-time record? It's all right. You a humble person. You dominated her, huh?
No, for the majority, they were dominating.
That's what's up.
The last 2 years, yeah.
Good.
so you were all state in volleyball. That's what I was
Yeah, I used
remembering.
to play
Okay, so you were volleyball and basketball.
Yeah.
Were you better at volleyball? At any
No.
point did you think you were better? Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Probably not.
Yeah.
I chose basketball.
That's not
so I
being
gotta
humble.
say
She just
basketball.
literally don't know.
How do the two play off each other from season to season? Does one hurt or help your games? Like, does volleyball do anything to help basketball? Does basketball do anything to help volleyball?
That's a good question.
I mean, I think they kind of just fed off each other. They're such different paced games,
Yeah,
so
sure.
it's kind of hard to like see the direct translation.
Yeah.
But
It's like
volleyball-
short-term explosiveness, right? In volleyball,
Yeah.
you're stopping and going. And
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Volleyball was just super fun, so I
Yeah.
really enjoyed playing it, and it was a good start to like roll into the basketball season.
sure.
And
Yeah.
have a little break, then volleyball would start again. So it was a good little cycle I had going in high school.
Could-
but-
could-
Bernthal Booth called you and said, "Hey, can you come give us a set? Could you?"
I don't know. I hung it up a few years ago.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
Or can any of the Lady Jays play basketball?
No.
No disrespect, though.
Yeah,
No
no.
disrespect at all. No,
Yeah.
that sounds like
Okay.
disrespect to me.
Okay. Biggest inspiration.
I'm weird. I don't really watch WNBA.
No, you're like most
No,
young
NBA.
Kawhi Leonard just said
I
that.
don't watch
You're like most young
basketball.
people.
He said, I don't even watch basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most
I'm
young
kinda
people.
just like-
You're a superstar.
Yeah. I just grew up, and that was like what
You're
my
just
parents put
athletic.
me in.
Parents are like, you know what?
Yeah.
You can jump. Go
Yeah.
play basketball.
Yeah, so I
No,
really
I've
didn't have
interviewed
anything
so
going on.
many Husker recruits, and a lot of them don't play. You know what they do play? Video games.
Yeah.
I don't play video games.
You didn't play
but-
video games. And then Morgan, you played everything, right? Because you were in Crete, so you had to play everything. You were on every
I
team.
had to.
This is Wonder
I was
Woman
half the
right
team.
here.
You
Yeah.
had to play everything. What were you best at other than basketball?
Softball.
And were you good enough to where you think you could have gone and played college softball?
Yeah, I could have, but
Yeah.
Basketball's where it's at.
The heart. Okay.
Respect.
That's cool. That's awesome.
Anybody traveling down? Like, I know Coach Flan's gonna be busy with the other players and things like that. Who's coming down with you guys?
Our entire assistant coaching staff.
Hey, nice. Coach Chevy.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
Little mom's getaway. Yeah, and our athletic trainer Petra.
Oh, so you gotta win. This is not like no play.
Yeah,
you gotta go down there and hoop.
Colorado Springs is beautiful too. Like just drive around in the mountains and the trails and it's gorgeous.
I want to go.
Yeah.
I see why people live in Colorado.
For sure.
For other reasons too, but I see why they live there. Well, okay, so I don't know if I know you guys are all tight, but did you throw like a engagement party for Rachel at all after the announcement? Did you guys like all get together or did you like do anything?
No.
Honestly, no. Rachel's been gone.
Because she's a graduate student too.
She's been following Ryan wherever he goes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. So it's an NBA, huh?
But we were all super excited for her. We knew it was coming. But that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's good.
So you guys knew before she knew, or
she told us, but she knew. She had an
it was
idea.
coming. Okay, all right, okay. That's cool. Somebody's got a surprise, man.
I feel you.
I surprised her. Well,
right.
It was 8 years after we started dating, so it was definitely a surprise. Last thing, give me your best funny story. Last thing for me, best funny story about Coach Flan.
Hey,
does it involve dancing?
Everybody though, unless it's a mutual story that everybody knows. I want to hear something from everybody. She's trying to get playing time next year, so she ain't gonna tell the story.
She's a star. She's one of the best scores.
He gonna cut her minutes. Go ahead and tell that story.
I don't know if there's like a particular like story.
Yeah.
There's one practice. You guys remember the one last year where he like got really mad at us?
Oh, I thought that was every time I known Flan.
No, I mean he gets
but not
frequently upset sometimes.
Right. Yeah.
But he was like on the sideline for like 10 feet. He just stomped his feet all the way down.
Like,
and then it was he like threw some voices in there. It was
old man mad. Yeah. Old man mad.
And it went from listening to the voice to like, is he stomping like a baby?
That's funny.
Word. I can see that.
Anybody else?
I just think of his dance moves.
It's a dance move, yeah.
I remember after I think it was Georgetown, we won, and that game was tough. I mean, we just had to grind that win out.
Yeah.
And he came in the locker room. He was like jumping up and down, like dancing, and we were all like,
beanpole.
"What's going on?"
Oh, man.
But yeah, his dancing could use a little work.
Yeah, right.
No offense.
Not from the men's team. They can't dance either. They can't dance either. Look, I knew you felt that way.
I'm sure somebody could take.
Well, you can't dance either.
Oh wow!
Look at her. You're not starting down in the 3v3.
Here's the funny thing. You two right here, Pat, voiceover talent. I mean, you hear their voices?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
It's just both of you have radio voiceover talent.
Yeah.
That's exactly the sound you want. You know, it's a little bit of bassy.
He's a radio whisperer.
Yeah, that's what I'm a radio guy.
I'm the everyday dude.
I'm a radio guy, and it sounds it's perfect. So if you need any side work, I'm sure that you can get some voiceover work done. Good luck to you, ladies,
For sure.
and go win it all.
Yeah, thank you for coming on.
We really appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. All right, thanks for the ladies for coming in. Good luck to them in Colorado Springs. It'll be awesome. It's fun. We did not hit on when we were going through all of the portal moves. Latrell Reitzel Jr., who we saw play in Vegas with Fullerton, looked great out there.
Yeah.
Thoughts on him going to Alabama?
Yeah, well, first,
Good
before
for him.
that, I got to shout him out, man. Did you know, without shooting one three-pointer, he broke my all-time single-scoring game record?
Really?
Yep. In a game. I had 41 points, 10 threes. He had 42 points.
And no threes.
No, it was just all free throws.
All got to,
free throws
and got to the
layup.
basket. Wow.
Yeah. So
his threes come along.
Hey,
we watched him shoot there in Vegas.
Yeah,
he was
for
shooting
sure.
pretty well.
Yeah. But my thoughts on that, man, is it's so fitting.
Yeah.
It's so fitting. It's like
good for him.
He's the dribble drive offense. When we watched him in Vegas, he was just on a roll. He's a flow player.
Yeah.
And the way that Alabama gets up and down, and they score more on secondary break than actually primary opportunities. It's perfect.
Yeah, I'm very happy for him.
It's perfect.
I remember when he was coming out, and a friend of mine who's a big high school basketball junkie, he was like, "Why didn't UNO offer him?" And I remember they offered Jaden Booth, and they couldn't offer both of them, and he ended up having to go out to California. But it works. Look, everything works out for a reason.
Yeah, for sure.
And maybe he didn't get offers here locally, but he went and made himself into a good player, and now he has a chance to go play in SEC.
I think that he's an instant impact, and it will elevate his career to a different level, playing at such high level, man.
Yeah,
and that's the thing that I got to double back and say this about Hunter too. Same energy. I think Wake Forest is perfect.
Yeah.
It's It was a short roster last year. They got an awesome point guard. It's going to flow for him too. It might even go through him. I'm curious to see Hunter finally get an opportunity to where I'm not going to say like be the man, but actually like be a very intricate piece playing his game, his confidence.
Yeah, no, I know.
So him and Trelly, man, it's perfect for him.
Yeah, get him out there and play some defense, and
for sure.
I'm sure Hunter will be fine.
Yep.
Also, congratulations to all the volleyball fans in the state that got tickets.
Yeah, congrats.
Last number was 82,900 tickets sold in basically 2 days. There's a doubleheader that's going to be happening August 30th. That's a Wednesday.
That's going to be wild.
Nebraska UNL plays Omaha, and then you got Wayne State playing Kearney. That's the early game at 4:30. But
why do you think Creighton wasn't in it?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I think part of it was because all these teams are in the Nebraska system.
Word.
So you have the University of Nebraska system, of course, is UNO, Kearney, Wayne State, and then UNL.
Yeah.
I think I'm missing one. But, yeah, so that's basically, I think, kept in the family, I guess. Right. That's probably what they did. But it's incredible, and congratulations to it. We've always talked about how Omaha is an event town. Yep. Well, the state of Nebraska is a volleyball town.
For sure.
And that's why Trev came up with this idea. He brings the idea to John Cook and goes, hey, let's do a volleyball day in Nebraska and play it in Memorial Stadium. And John Cook said, no. Right. He basically like, no, that's not going to work. And then Ted Carter talked him into it, the president, and it's obviously worked.
Actually, how many were sold out in an hour? Wasn't it like there was a certain number that was bought within an hour?
It was the first hour was struggling because the computers were having trouble keeping up with them. It was really struggling keeping up with them. And so what they eventually did was they kind of stretched people. Like, you call back, and so eventually by the end of today, beginning of this Thursday we're talking now, is when they finally got that done. And so they're going to start adding some seats on the field.
Man.
And so there is a chance that it could be the largest sporting event for a female ever. I think it's got to go a little bit over 91,000 in order for it to break the all-time female sports record. So, that's all levels. That's soccer, everything. So, hopefully they'll get that done.
I mean, and that is almost like an innovative opportunity. I'm thinking like Bud Crawford.
I was saying that. The only other thing I can think of is you had a big fight when you bring Bud in.
Right.
And I don't think that's possible because any big fight's going to go to Vegas.
Yeah.
Or maybe it'll go to New York. So it's really tough for that.
Yeah.
Special thanks, as always, to her producer,
I tried, Bud.
Pat Safford. Hey, I mean, it'd be awesome. You got to worry about the rain a little bit.
Yeah, right.
Thanks to Creighton's 3-on-3 team for coming in. We appreciate them as well. Next week, we're hoping to have a couple cool guests. Talk some football with Jay Foreman and the brand new assistant coach for Creighton as well. We're hoping to have Derek Kellogg on. So for next week's show, that's kind of the goal.
Rose. When I see him, I think of Derrick Rose.
Why?
Why? Because Memphis, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think of Memphis.
They just made some damn free throws. Kansas wouldn't have won that championship. I'm still mad about that. Remember, Omaha Steaks, always a great gift any time of the year to give them to anybody. They love that as well. As always, Josh, take us away.
Hey, man, it's your boy Josh Jones. On behalf of myself and Michael Severe, you know how we do it. It's a Let It Fly show.